Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. Hello to all you folks in Brownsville, Tennessee on 1520 AM and 95.3 FM. Of course, News Talk 101.5 in Jackson. Of course, Bill Cooksey is familiar with Jackson, aren't you?
I know that place pretty well.
You know that place. Now,
I spent a few minutes there.
You were born there, right?
I was born in Jackson.
So
yes.
how long were you in Jackson?
Overall, around 20 years.
We need to talk sometime because Bill's dad was a phenomenal guy and well known.
Yes.
I don't know how it was to tag along with your dad. We'll need to talk sometime.
I had some good times.
Yeah.
Had some good times. Wonderful upbringing.
Yeah, we need to talk to Bill on that sometime. We'll get him in here. And, of course, Gene Smith is over there with his NWTF hat on.
I wonder if you noticed that or not.
I noticed it, yeah. I wouldn't wear it in the woods, but
No.
I wear it. Sorry to wear it around here. And Shelby McCall, of course, is taking all of our calls and handling everything. We got a guy on right now, a longtime friend of mine, recently wrote a book, and we had him on there from the University Press of Mississippi called The Old Pro Turkey Hunter. And I really thought he was talking about me when he said old. Anytime you start like that, a lot of us perk up. Yeah, I got to read this book.
It was that next adjective that missed.
Yeah, it was pro. Yeah, thank you very much. But Mike Giles out of Meridian, Mississippi, and good to have you on, Mike. Good morning.
Hey, how y'all are?
All right.
And we're in Louisiana?
Well, he's
or should I say?
Keep going. There we go. 15 minutes of this. That'll drive the truck driver going down I-55 crazy.
If this was a nighttime show, it'd be all right.
Yeah, all the owls would be just
That's right.
all around him and everything like that. But, Mike, let's talk a little bit about turkey season. I just asked Alex to try to remember that first bird, and he proceeded to really get in depth that his gun fell apart, and he was out 14 years old. I never heard that story from Alex, but can you talk about that first bird for you?
Wow, we did. You mean the first bird this year? I guess you're asking.
No, I'm talking about your first bird ever.
Well,
don't start bragging yet. So okay, come on now.
Let me tell you, we didn't have many turkeys when I was growing up. Matter of fact, I saw my first turkeys when I was in college.
That's
up at Knoxville National Wildlife Refuge.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I graduated on November. I kind of met this young lady in the next month or two, and that following spring, I was, the old folks used to say sparking.
Yes, yes.
So I was over on Okeechobee Reservoir Dam up near the Merchant Spillway, high on a hill.
Okay.
Sunday afternoon, and, it's springtime, and back in my mind somewhere I'm hearing something about a mile and a quarter off.
Ooh,
and
okay.
Finally, after hearing it about a dozen times, I said, that's a turkey. And so, my attention wasn't quite where it should have been.
Yes, you had other things on your mind. Okay.
The next morning, I was down there where he gobbled, and, it was just a pretty quick thing. I called. He come running up there by himself, and I shot and killed him.
Wow. Yeah. And you remember it, don't you?
That's exactly right. And it wasn't any. It was just I was in the right place at the right time when I heard that gobbler.
Uh-huh.
And I knew what to do the next morning, and I was there, and he evidently roosted nearby.
Now how many turkeys before one did that again?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's like that's like
who knows,
hitting that home run on the first pitch.
That's right.
In the big leagues and everything. But
that whetted my appetite.
Yes. Now talk about the way that you perfected this mouth call. Really, this is a mouth. Talk about that. How? Because not everybody can do what you do, Mike. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Cooksy's got. He's got
I can owl hoot. That's kind of where my voice ends.
Yeah. And it's hard for me to do this on a cell phone, but I will tell you, Jack Dudley was the first world champion from Mississippi in 1969.
Uh-huh.
He beat all them boys from up in Pennsylvania. They beat him the first time, and he went to Yellville, Arkansas, and beat them a few months later.
Uh-huh.
So I was young, and Jack Dudley came out here and did a seminar at the local Co-op, EMEPA. He said, y'all guys, you want to learn how to talk turkey? He said, you get you a gobbler and 2 hens. And he said, those hens are like ladies. He said, I love ladies, But he said, they all say the same things, but they sound a little different.
Yeah, that's right.
He said, you try to imitate those hens. Don't worry about sounding different or making a mistake. He said, but you get that rhythm. And so he said, just 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what he said. Just keep that rhythm up. So I'm doing that with my throat, really way down deep.
Uh-huh.
And I can purr and cluck, and I can do a raspy. But I call it the Jake gobble. I can do some different gobbles. But
so it's
hard.
You've perfected this. I mean, I'm assuming you.
Yes, it's years in the making. And I mean, to me, I started out doing this in deer season.
Okay. And
bust up a flock of turkeys.
Uh-huh.
And so they do the lost calling, and and they do that, and I do that, and first thing you know, I got 8 or 10 turkeys coming toward me.
Amazing.
And so there's no pressure because we couldn't kill them back then.
That's right. Yeah.
Fall.
Yeah.
So that's the way it happened, and really, one of our well-known turkey editors, who I won't name right now, but I was at a conference one time, and he came out of a board meeting, and I yelped like that. And he looked at me and shook his head and said, mighty high pitch to me. So everybody wants to be raspy now, and I can do raspy, but I think I'm more like a Miriam's. I've been out those Miriam's, and they have I can do real similar to what they do. And look, Miriam's like it. The Eastern here, Mississippi like it. So I like to use a little anything, but I don't have to worry about the rubbers getting stuck together.
No.
That's right.
You
that's
don't.
Right.
Again, we're talking to Mike Giles, who back in October came out with the Old Pro Turkey Hunter. But before that, I know The Passion of the Wild, which I loved that book. And we'll ask Mike before we close out how to get both of those books. But what's your go-to call?
One correction right quick on the Old Pro Turkey Hunter.
Yeah.
I'd written about Mr. Gene Nunnery. He's the original author of that book.
Yes, right,
It
yeah.
was released in 1980.
Yes, yeah.
Well, I talk about doing it the right way, Mr. Gene's way. No, back in this day, no blinds, no bait, no decoys.
No
put
camo.
Your back to a tree.
No camo,
right.
really.
You didn't have camo.
No.
Yeah, so, but anyway, and they saw me doing that. Somebody said, hey, would you like to help us get this book reprinted? And I didn't think it would happen, but lo and behold, University Press out of Jackson, Mississippi said, yes, sir. And I've got the cover shot. They wanted to modernize it, so they took one of my turkey pictures.
That's one of yours on the cover. Man, that's
right.
A good-looking bird. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. And it's similar to the original print on the first book.
Really? Okay.
And the stories are all the same, except I wrote a new forward in there to let people know the times he was raised in. He killed his first turkey in 1929 at the age of 13.
Boy, and that's right about the time they crashed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over a lifetime.
Yeah.
Over a lifetime.
He saw it both ways.
He did.
That's
yeah.
exactly right.
And if you read this, it's in my backpack. I have to say, when I'm out or when I'm in the blind or whatever it might be, and I'm really really partial to possum. So I went to Possum Creek, the Phantom of Possum Creek. Chapter 7 is one of my favorite. But
right.
Again, we're talking to Mike Giles on this all turkey show on Outdoors with Larry Ray, and Mike is from down in Meridian. He's also part of the Bass Pro Shop regional pro staff team and speaks all over. But when it comes right down to it, and I may be wrong about this, but you're pretty passionate about not only the sport as we call it, but also spreading the good news.
That's right.
You wrap a lot into your beliefs. You're as a photographer, as an outdoor man, that we sometimes get a bad rap for what we like to do, but at the same time, it's a God-given ability that we have. And Mike's one of those guys. He's one of those good guys out there that likes to teach kids, right?
Amen. Yes, sir. We're doing that tomorrow. As a matter of fact, at Bass Pro Pearl, we're having a ladies' day. Anybody's welcome, but we're doing some basic, 4 seminars on basic handguns. We're doing bows, how to find a bow, how to cast, how to sharpen knives, things like that. It's open to anybody, but ladies is who we're catering to tomorrow.
And that's at the Bass Pro Shop in Pearl. Is that where it is?
That's right, Pearl, Mississippi.
That's a great Bass Pro Shop to go to. So, Mike, before we let you go, you got a story to tell?
Yes, I had been hunting. I've called up several turkeys this year for people, and so I found a turkey to hunt. And so I go over there to hunt this turkey, and there's 2 or 3 of them gobbling, and I get everything just set up. And I get up there one morning, and they're not gobbling. So guy called me back next afternoon. That afternoon, said, Mike, they didn't start gobbling until 8:30. Well, I'd done gone to work. So he messed up when he did that.
There you go.
I said, them turkeys are in there. They just ain't gobbling first thing. So I go over there about noon one day.
Yeah.
And I got a Gator gobbling stribbling box that I'll use sometime when it's a little windy or something. Mr. John Edelman made that thing in Greenville, Mississippi. So I do a jake yelp on it, and I kind of gobble so it can get distance. And then I yelp a little bit, my natural voice. I purr and cluck. In about 20 minutes, I'm looking across this hill. It's all hills and hollows. I look there, and all of a sudden, I'm looking at a gobbler head. It's blood red from the wattles up.
Oh, okay.
In a second, it goes down, and it comes back up, and then another one pops up. There was 3 of them, probably 2-year-old birds.
Okay.
And so they took about 20 minutes to get over there across to where I was at.
They'll do that, yeah.
And if I had a shot, I'd have filled my limit. Of course, you're not supposed to do that, but
no.
I had to wait and let them separate.
Uh-huh.
But I shot my first TSS shell this year, but it was only about 40 yards. But I knocked him dead as a hammer at 12:58.
Wow.
This week.
Oh, this week?
Yes, sir.
Man. Okay. Now you've got
Actually,
me.
that was my birthday gobbler.
Way to go,
All
Mike.
right.
All right.
I saw the other day on Facebook it was your birthday.
I knew he was going to tell that story. That's why I was trying to get it out of him. Hey, Mike, thank you, buddy, for being with. Tell our listeners how to get in touch with you to get a copy of these books.
Thank you. You can look at me on Facebook at Mike Giles Outdoors. They can call me at 601-917-3898 or Mike Giles 18 at Comcast.net.
That's it. We'll have all that posted. Thanks, Mike. Have a great one.
Thank you very much.
All right, talk to you. All right, let's take a break.
Season.
All right, take a break. Be right back, and this will be a hoot. I know. Don't tell her what Jim's Country's trying to say. Get ready for the button over there, okay? We'll be right back on the Outdoors with Larry Ray.